Bringing you the latest from around the world, this is NNC, Neural Newscast.
Get ready for a deep dive from Neural Newscast. I'm Ethan, your entertainment specialist, and I'm joined by Lena, our culture correspondent, as we dig into today's subjects. On this day, November 28, 1925, a country-defining institution was born. That founding moment feels almost mythic to me. The start of a story that would run for generations. Right?
Absolutely. Just saying an institution was born asks us to think about legacy and endurance, and that specific date gives the whole lineage a clear anchor.
From my entertainment lens, it's the kickoff to a long-running saga with celebrity ripple effects, shaping public life and national identity.
Culturally, anything founded then had to ride out waves of social change, shaping and being shaped by artistic movements, public discourse, and national priorities.
You can trace that origin through manifestos, anniversaries, and the people who built it. Those early leaders set a tone later generations either revered or rebelled against.
Exactly. Founding moments crystallize core values that echo in education, arts patronage, policy, even public ceremonies. That origin date becomes a touchstone for critics and historians.
And there's the public-facing prestige. Institutions born in that era project status, which artists and celebrities later engage with for endorsements, collaborations, or simply cachet.
Prestige, yes, and responsibility. With that lineage, you become a custodian of memory, deciding what gets preserved and what gets reinterpreted as society evolves.
I can already hear the anniversary panels and retrospectives. They always dig into those founding details because people crave continuity.
Scholars too, because a single date helps map change across decades. Policy shifts, cultural interventions, and social impact can be traced back to that origin.
It really shows how one founding moment can seed a century of influence and become part of the fabric people recognize and debate.
Precisely. The November 28, 1925 founding serves as both historical anchor and living mandate, provoking thought, inspiring stewardship, and inviting critical engagement.
Time for a quick pause. We'll explore more when Neural Newscast Deep Dive returns. Speaking of legacy, today we celebrate the birthdays of William Blake, 1757, Friedrich Engels, 1820, and Berry Gordy, 1929.
Blake, Engels, Gordy, what a spectrum across art, theory, and music. Anyone could carry a whole segment, but let's dig into William Blake since his fusion of poetry and visual art still surprises people.
Absolutely, Blake as both poet and painter was unusual for his time. People often pigeonhole him as just a poet, but illuminated books like Songs of Innocence and of Experience are true multimedia. Text and image inseparable.
Right, his illuminated printing made the plates part of the artwork. It feels modern. He was designing the reader's experience long before we used that phrase, marrying word and image to guide interpretation.
What I love is how mystical and personal his vision was. It's not just aesthetic. It's a philosophy in symbols, angels, prophets, cityscapes, asking you to see spirituality and emotion differently.
He rewired the English imagination, insisting imagination was as crucial as reason. That pushback against Enlightenment orthodoxy seeded later Romantic thinking.
And there's a steady current of social critique. Innocence confronting experience, corrupt institutions, keeping him relevant whenever art questions power.
Prophetic in content and form, yet not fully understood in his lifetime. His visionary methods and dense symbolism left him marginal then, canonical later, revealing how societies absorb radical art.
A fun nugget. He worked closely with printmakers and controlled every step, from engraving to hand coloring, turning his books into boutique objects for immersive reading.
That control meant copies could vary, making each one a living, changing thing, unlike the industrial print culture that followed, and very much aligned with his anti-mechanistic instincts.
His influence spread beyond poetry and painting to later movements. Artists and writers keep circling back to his bold synthesis of image and idea.
And that influence shows why we still look to him to think through the relationship between personal vision and cultural forms. The legacy endures because it asks us to imagine past received categories.
Exactly. Blake is an invitation. Read closely, look closely, and don't let the world set the limits of your imagination.
Which is a fitting birthday takeaway. His life and art remind us that imagination is a lasting cultural force.
Time for a quick pause. We'll explore more when Neural Newscast Deep Dive returns.
Fast, reliable, and powered by the future today. This is Neural Newscast. Catch every episode at nnewscast.com.
Welcome back to Neural Newscast Deep Dive. To close, let's turn to a truly curious fact of the day. Napoleon's penis was sold to an American urologist for $40,000.
That single line carries so much. It's a startling, almost surreal intersection of history, celebrity, and medical curiosity.
Exactly. It reframes how we think about artifacts tied to famous figures. A bodily relic turned collectible, bought by a urologist at a serious price point.
And it raises questions of value. Why would a medical professional, not a museum or private collector, be the buyer? And what purpose does that serve?
The buyer, being an American urologist, suggests professional interest, clinical, preservational, or historical, rather than pure voyeurism.
Culturally, it shifts Napoleon from distant leader to tangible, almost mythic object that someone can literally own.
Which speaks to how society treats relics of the famous, turning them into marketable items with exact price tags. Here, $40,000.
So the fact itself forces a conversation about ethics and commodification, how fame extends beyond life into material culture.
It's the kind of anecdote that sticks, blending the grotesque, the scholarly, and the sensational in one pricey, neatly packaged transaction.
And it shows how objects linked to historical figures end up in unexpected hands, reshaping the stories we tell about preservation and ownership.
Ultimately, that $40,000 sale is a vivid reminder that the personal remains of the famous can acquire market value, and those values mirror our cultural priorities.
Precisely. The price and the buyer turn a curiosity into a lens on society's relationship with fame, history, and the body. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive. For Ethan and all of us at Neural Newscast, I'm Lena. Join us next time.
For daily AI-powered news with a human touch, subscribe to Neural Newscast on your favorite platform, or visit our archive to find all past episodes and current shows. NeuralNewscast.com. Neural Newscast merges real and AI-generated voices to ensure rapid, high-quality news production. Our content is created using advanced AI models and rigorously reviewed by humans for accuracy and fairness. Despite efforts to prevent AI errors, occasional inaccuracies may occur. We encourage listeners to cross-check critical details with trusted sources. Read about our AI transparency at nnewscast.com.